Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII. I'm the Mysterious JG, and I'm coming off of a series of videos that were much longer than they were intended to be. But now we're going to get back to 30-minute videos, I hope, because I'm done showing off all the stuff that I did in the off-screen grinding, and I'm ready to go back to regularly scheduled plot advancing videos. There's Zaz with his cool goalie gloves. I've got everyone's paradigm set up for my new doodly party, my manly studly party. It's going to be interesting to look at the hit points, because these are, nobody's using accessories that are meant to affect hit points at all. So they got their natural hit points, and yeah, you got like Snow with roughly twice the hit points of Hope. I've got my two extremes are both in the party at this point. Alrighty. So we're actually at the entrance to the Arcalite steps here. So I'm going to kind of ride through and get to the end of this place. Although now, on this map, everything's been explored. At least everything that I can reach now. This is the area here where we had the strange, there was strange wool here. The Ocho boss that I didn't showcase, was trying to fight. I haven't shown you this, but I got up to here and couldn't, you know, I ran into like glowing red fields like we got when we tried to enter the Chocobo area, and I don't think that we need to go in there and deal with that yet. I think that's later in the game. That's like optional boss type stuff. This down here was to get to the Ass of Masif and some of those other areas. This over here is the Chocobo area. So we're going to ride off to the other corner, which we were kind of at briefly while fighting the goblins mark. That was part of what we needed to do to get the Chocobo, but basically we're just cruising now. If I happen to come across treasure on my way, I will get it, because we are now back to playing on a save slot where this will actually impact stuff long term. It'd be kind of cool if like Zaz had bonus Chocobo riding powers because of his Chocobo affinity, but it doesn't actually work that way. I am not capable of defeating those things even with the party that I'm using now. Although the party I'm using now is not as geared for speed and probably not as effective overall, and I might want to switch their items, give some of the accessories that I was given to the ladies to these guys. But they should be able to actually handle small dinosaurs. And just for fun, might be worth it to check that out. That is not one of the ones that I would be able to defeat. Oh, there's... Ah, screw you, giant bird. There actually is treasure up there that I... And a damn, I didn't notice the cactuar. I might actually get... God damn it, I got kicked off my Chocobo. I didn't notice the cactuar. That's one thing. Once you trigger that cactuar scene, they can start popping up all over the place and becoming a real pain in the ass. Oh, I don't know what my default paradigm is. It's not really one that I want. Come on, boys. If we ever want to get to fight again, we need to do well here, or JG will replace us with a bunch of ladies. Oh man, this feels so slow. I've been spending so much time fighting with people who have auto haste.
Time to pull the old switcheroo.
Steady now.
Little boost for you. Bobbing and weaving.
Take that.
Time to pull the old switcheroo.
Poor thing used feeding swoop on an entrenched Snow, so that was basically a waste of time. Didn't really inflict a lot of cool stuff on it, but whatever. Nice to see Snow getting some action again, actually. I didn't think that would happen until we found a way to rescue Sarah. Boom! I was trying to switch to something that would let Zaz attack more physically, but didn't have time. Okay, I can't actually go find this treasure without a chocobo, so never mind. But I will still fight a little baby dinosaur if I come across one on the way, and I believe I will. Yep, there is. So we got slowed down a bit because a cactuar and a couple of birds wrecked our chocobo. Our chocobo got wrecked. But, it didn't know how to flex. Oh, there's a whole section up there I didn't show you. It's kind of cool as a fog effect, but it's not really worth the time. You cannot sneak up on them. I mean, you come up behind it without being seen. It is possible. You come approach it this way, you get right underneath it where its nads should be, except it doesn't seem to have any. Nothing. Oh, once again, though, I actually went to the wrong guy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Why are we even lost? Kind of lost track over my,
Thank you.
Hold it together anytime.
Oh, together anytime.
Ha!
You know, while he's a sentinel, it's not that important to have haste on snow, but it's still nice.
Ha! Anytime.
Deal with this.
And this is roughly how the fight goes in the ladies too. It takes a while. So I want to get a bunch of
Ha! Changing gear.
negative statuses on it before I start trying to attack.
Thanks.
Or I'm just not really doing enough damage to make it worth the effort. It's the Michael Bay attack! Oh my god. Now I can go for some relentless assault. Although we're not really doing all that much damage, are we? Not till we get him staggered, anyway. Surely I know its weaknesses. Yeah, it's like I'm using a new party, but I still defeated enough of these to learn everything about it. It can never be caught by preemptive strikes, delivers physical attacks, executes magic attacks, employs powerful earth-based attacks. Good stuff. So everyone's all hasted up, that's good. I do not have the thing applied that staggers it, so I need to be a little careful about health here. But I want to quickly get back to an offensive paradigm, but I still need to take a second to... there we go.
Changing gears.
Damn, I spent more time healing than I meant to, but should still be able to finish it off here. You go, boys! Brothers be doing it for themselves. I am man, hear me roar, and numbers too large to ignore. No, the guys haven't been given that good of a chance to shine. But although I've used the girls to do this many, many times over, and my LP for the, on-screen part you guys actually got to see, the boys were the ones who got the defeated dinosaur. Good job, guys. Let's change our paradigm to relentless assault. Just because that's a good default paradigm to have. There's a behemoth. I can defeat that. I can't be bothered. Cactuar. I never showed you a fight with a Cactuar. The rewards for defeating them are unexceptional. I think there's more than one type of Cactuar, and the only ones that I fought so far are the easier ones to kill. The easiest to kill. For whatever reason, they're weak against flame. Seems odd for a desert animal. I guess it can still be burned if you can. Surprised at how much damage Hope is
Hold it
taking. I
together.
guess I shouldn't be.
Hang in there. Changing gear.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, none of that works on him. What am I even doing? The only thing I can use on it is daze, and I... His ass doesn't know that. So this is going to take forever, and it's really not worth the time, but, I thought it would be fun to watch a battle with the Cactuar. It doesn't seem to even have 10,000 needle attack or anything like that. It just kicks you. Can you not be like... Okay, now it's finally been forced to attack Snow. Yep. So, there you go, folks. Aren't we glad we're back to... This is supposed to be plot missions going on here. And here we are fighting a Cactuar. Which, if we hadn't done a bunch of unnecessary marked missions, I wouldn't even have been able to reach that cinema. Wouldn't even be able to encounter them. This Cactuar is just slowing us down from saving Pulse or destroying Cocoon or whatever the fuck it is we're trying to do at this point in the story. No problem, though. That's what lightning says, or snow, or whatever element that guy is. Okay, Chrysanthemum time. It takes forever to get anything done with the Chrysanthemum. That is a good thing for him to know. If I'm going to try to use him in that role at all, you want to have Curse, because that's what means that when you apply a status, the other statuses that something already has on it will get their duration improved. Basically, it just makes it much, much easier to keep those things constantly applied. So expensive, these crystals at this point. Matter of fact, now that I've got yeah, you know what? I need to make a promise to myself that I'm not going to be doing this again until we've gotten much farther along. Because it's really not worth the time it takes to just futz around. We're not actually... There were characters who didn't even get a new crystal there. Alright. So down this path... I showcased a couple of things that I spent a ton of time on. I spent a ton of time on Bidius the Pillager. Probably more on that than anything else. I also spent a good deal of time on Chocobo treasure hunting. Much more on Bidius the Pillager than on Chocobo treasure hunting. And this is the other thing I spent a ton of time on. This particular fight. You remember back in the Bile Peaks and a couple of other areas you would find creatures fighting each other and you could get a preemptive strike on both? This fight is the best place to grind for CP at this point in the game. Although, it will take a little bit longer with these guys because they don't have...
Take that!
They don't have haste applied like the girls do right from the beginning of a battle. And it's easier to keep stuff launched when you have haste applied too. But yeah, we managed to defeat that behemoth before it could do its whole thing where it stands up and becomes bipedal and gets all of its health back. And that's a big deal. You can win this battle in 30 seconds using a party where everyone's equipped with like stuff that gives them haste. And I'm not bothering to change our equipment for this, because we're still going to get 5 stars easily. But yeah, doing that battle really quickly over and over and over and over to get 6,600 CP each time. That's why everyone has their primary role crystals completely filled, and their secondary roles, one of them filled, one of them almost completely filled, and just one left to explore. Our guys are over-leveled for this point in the story. I don't have a problem with that. And now, at long, long last, we're going to proceed into an area that I made a point of not going in here, folks. I didn't know when the next cinema would trigger. We are finally entering into completely new territory. This is where the game actually has wanted us to go for approximately the last 3 or 4 hours of videos. This is where the game actually wanted us to just go and not do any of that stuff we did to level up and get better items. Oh, the Vile Peaks music is back.
I don't like the air here.
What's this wind? I feel something bad. Scratching that fro. I need to think about popping out the Brady Games guide and making sure I don't miss don't want to miss treasures. I missed that iron bangle back in Act 1. I'm still hurting from that, folks. Hey, fellas. What do you know? Monsters. Pulse automata on Pulse itself? I guess this makes sense. Half-Life. I have memories of these guys from Age of Empires 2, I guess it was. Maybe it was Age of Empires 1. A lot of hoplites in that game. You'd have like 12 to 24 guys with heavy shields and big long staffs just poking away at the wall of the building. Now actually, I'm pretty hot Claire. Let's find out that this is actually the item that I really should have upgraded all along. I looked pretty carefully at my options. This is a weapon for lightning, which has stagger lock. Limited offensive capabilities. Stagger lock is a special thing that means you can't stagger enemies. So you'd have to have somebody else in your party to actually trigger the stagger. I believe the deal with that is that it has better, like, magic and physical stats than some of the other weapons, but no. Nope. Not for me. But now we're in an area where we can actually revisit anything that's connected to Pulse. We can actually come back here later in the game. So I'm actually strangely inclined not to worry about finding all the treasure chests for once. I'll probably open up the map anyway. In a minute here.
Bullseye!
Yeah, boy. Good job. Not really getting 5 stars. You know what? This is bothering me. Sprint shoes, Aurora scarf, Hermes sandals. Oh no, it didn't drop. Oh, I was hoping it would be in an order would be easy to find. I'll fix this so that it's easier next time. Sprint shoes, nimble toe boots, Aurora scarf. It's actually worth giving her the same gear, giving Snow the same gear she's got, because he too actually has a counter ability to be improved. Damn, it didn't actually... That's Aurora Scarf. Nimble toe boots. So I guess she needs sprint shoes. I don't know why it didn't... I would think it would throw them down there at the bottom. The best of them. Alright, well I won't bother with sprint shoes, Aurora Scarf, Hermes sandals. Might not be actually ideal, but it'll be... Oh, see, I even got a ribbon from treasure hunting. That's like a one-time thing you can get from the treasure hunting, though. Aurora Scarf. This will just make the enemies that we can't avoid faster. Probably, if I'm going to use them against the Act Boss, which, the Act Boss of this Act, I'm not going to spoil anything except to say it's a fairly major plot battle when you get to the end of this Act. It's a lengthy Act, but yeah, it's a pretty big battle at the end, so this would be a nice, if I'm gonna retire the boys after this Act, it would be nice to let them do the Act Boss battle, and I might have to change up their gear for that, but for right now, this will be good gear. I got a preemptive strike. This will certainly make a difference, but I was kind of annoyed that I haven't been getting 5 stars against these guys. I was talking about how overpowered my party is. Well, that's obviously
Just like I planned.
just like I planned. It's obviously a bit more like it, but the preemptive strike kind of made it difficult to compare that to the previous battles. Well, let's hold up here. Let me get the old. Sorry, it's taking a second to get the hint book open up to the right page, just so I can actually see where the treasures are. And there's really nothing... Well, hold up. There is a treasure off to the side that we can go get. It appears to be... I think you're not really meant to go mess with it because of the dangerous enemy that guards it. I might be wrong. I don't think there's anything in this area we can't handle, though. The Brady Game Guide warns you not to mess with certain enemies, but I think we're actually sufficiently advanced that we can. But I might be wrong. I also might be wrong about there being a tough enemy guarding this area.
No problem.
No problem, man. No problem, I'll settle down. Whatever you say. I don't know how I can sneak up on these guys. I can't tell where their eyes are. Or that they have eyes.
Lights out!
Rug up, dude. These guys, I guess we have determined are weak against thunder. Makes sense. Usually, that's how video games, RPGs, either machine enemies are weak against thunder, or they absorb energy from it. The different game series have not been able to make up their mind. Avengers, for example, this is not a video game, but it decided that when Thor uses lightning on Iron Man becomes stronger as opposed to exploding. As opposed to exploding. These guys seem to hate flame, that's fine. Yeah. Enjoy ourselves while we can, because we're going back on the bench eventually, guys. Yeah.
The old man still got it.
Okay, man, just see what you can do. Come take a look at my love, I'm a la you. Actually, it's more like something robotic about this place, but I got your meaning. 5 of them. It's probably just as well I got that preemptive strike. I believe this is another place that the... Not that I've been here before in the LP, but yeah, I think I remember reading this is a good place to come grind for CP if you can't handle the behemoths, because you get preemptive strikes and the battle's over in just a couple seconds. So there's supposed to be a treasure chest in here. Uh-oh. Ah. I believe this is an optional boss type attack. Powerful fire-based attack.
Follow the old guy's lead.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it, Doctor.
I owe ya. Pull the old switcheroo.
So I find some kind of way to countermeasure this. Yeah, it's interesting to see if we'll be able to handle this, because I believe this is a fight that you're told to avoid. Ah, but we poisoned them. I love it when we poison them. First them, I'll be very cool. But but that bastard removes status ailments, though. I don't know if he can remove them all at once, but apparently he does remove them all at once. Damn it. Okay, so there's probably not a lot of point in going crazy with the status ailments, but I still like it.
Follow the old guy's lead.
And if Boost is, if we keep him busy with Steam Clean, he doesn't attack us while he's doing that. This is taking a long time, though. Okay, we staggered him while he has at least the shell on. But he's gonna kill Sal, which would end the battle.
Bobbing and weaving.
I think we got this, folks. I think we got this battle in hand. Come on, you smite, you bastard. There you go. That's an attack that does some damage. Get poison on him.
Follow the old guy's lead.
I don't know why I don't have haste on anybody. Well, I guess I do. Never mind. I didn't need combat clinic. I just assumed I would. Oh well, I did actually get healed by Hope there, so that's good. yeah, the biggest... Oh, according to my phone, it is time to end this video. So we're going to finish this battle and do it. Yeah, I mean, I argued that you don't need synergists before. They definitely are useful. And this is the big difference between playing with the boys and playing with the girls. The girls are better at applying debuffs. Boys are better at just giving everybody protect and bravery and faith and just... It's good. It is a very good thing.
Time to pull the old switcheroo.
And even though it isn't one of his primary skills, he has a high enough magic stat to be a good medic. His biggest problem is that he doesn't have raise. But I mean, I got Phoenix now. So I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we did this fast enough to get 5 stars. But it's playing boss balance, so clearly this is a big deal. I mean, you could conceivably get here and not know this guy's optional. And certainly the treasure you get for beating him from looking at the strategy guide here ain't really worth going through this if you have a party that you can't win this fight pretty easily. It'd be nice to get 5 stars, if only because it would help with an Xbox achievement. But you have to defeat every enemy in the game with 5 stars at some point. I think there'll be other chances to fight this enemy type. 0 stars, so we were supposed to do that significantly faster than we did. But, and we didn't even get any spoils? And we don't even get a dialogue. Huh. Oh well. Oh well, I still feel alright. We got 0 stars, but the strategy guide says don't even think of facing this guy, so we did okay. The boys did alright. And we're not going to bother to spend the chrysanthemum points right now. Avoid at all costs. That's what the strategy guide says. Maybe they were just talking about trying to make your video not be boring. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. When we come back, folks, we're going to continue in through this path. This area is called Mahabara, if you're interested. We've got to get through it before we can get to Solia Springs, and then we can go to some other stuff. And wow, because of how long it took me to show you what was supposed to be edited highlights of all the off-screening, I don't think I'm even going to get through this act in this sit-down session. But we'll be back for more regardless on the Mysterious JG. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.